What's going on, family? This is your boy, the sniper, aka Brown Amico Wolf. Hey, first and foremost, let me do this real quick. I apologize. I have not put content out for a while. Y'all know about that job work. That working, I've been busy working doubles, 16 hours every other day, man. So I couldn't get on here, but hey, I apologize for those trolls out there that said my site was dead. Nah, it was just relaxing, bro. Hey, salute to you, Armando. Salute to you. Salute to you. Hey, man. Hey. How did y'all feel about y'all first week of football? College football in full effect. We had some upsets. We had some great games. We had some nail biters. We had teams that we thought was going to get blown out actually came out and did the back bending over. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, hey, it was great this weekend. I'm upset because I wasn't able to watch games on Sunday and Monday because of this whole negotiation of DirecTV and ESPN, ABC, the Disney Plus channel. I was upset. Hey, you right, Armando. Florida State, they are now, from their last three games, they're 0-3. 0-3. But hey, listen, I'm here to talk about the dogs. I'm talking about my beloved dogs that just came out and did their thing. Now, did they do it all four quarters? Hell no, they didn't. But we're going to get into that. Give a few minutes here to let some more folks get up in here. Again, the famous, infamous Armando Black is in the house. Another dog fan. Yesterday, D Truth talked about his Auburn Tigers. They looked pretty decent yesterday. They got some things to clean up, just like everybody else on week one. But let's get into it. Clemson Tigers versus the Georgia Bulldogs. Man, what a show they put out. The ending score doesn't show that it was a good show. But at first, hey, listen, it reminded me of the 2021 Georgia versus Clemson. At first, it was a defensive battle. Well, in 2021, it was a defensive battle from start to finish. That game, I think that game ended up 10-3, if I remember correctly. But the defense held up. Now, first half. What did I think about the first half? The first half was kind of sloppy. First half was kind of filling each other out, but it took too long for me. Now, in my opinion, it took too long for me to fill each other out. Okay, that's like you going on a date, and the first 3 dates you filling each other out, and you keep asking the same questions. My opinion, I think Bobo needs to be aggressive from the get-go. I sat back after the first half of me and Armando talked, and it was the play choices that Bobo schemed up for the first half was kind of simple. Like he didn't want to show his cards just yet. Man, it's the first game of the season, bro. You don't show your cards during spring game. You don't show your cards through the scrimmages. What's going on, C Viper? Glad you're here, brother. You don't want to show your hand during the scrimmage games, the 2 scrimmage games through fall camp. But that's what it seemed like he was doing, was like not wanted to actually, start spitting that that deuce a club out. He was holding on for so long. I think that without the first half, we the coaches staff made some errors. So the players that's on the field, when it comes to our running back, Brenson Robinson. Now, listen, I'm gonna tell you something about Mr. Brenson Robinson. When his mental is back, because when you come off of a surgery, that a injury that could be career ending, you got to get your mental back. You got to get that mindset like it's not going to happen again. Y'all remember when Nick Chubbs came back from his gruesome injury when he played against Tennessee? It took him a couple of series to get back to where he was. But then when he came back, and when he got down, Nick Chubbs was a force to be reckoned with. So that's what we're going to have to wait for. We're going to have to pray for this young man to get his physically, he's good. Mentally, I don't think he was there. I think on the first half, my man only had 5 yards on 11 carries. 5 yards on 11 carries. He's not mentally ready. And that goes for any athlete. You're not going to be mentally ready right out the gates. But I do hope and pray that by week 3, week 4, he should be ready. Even against week 2, because we're playing against Tennessee Tech. That should give him a little bit more confidence. Not saying that defense is not going to be, aiming for him, or it's not, they're weak and can't tackle him. I think there's a couple of little hits to that knee, and then his body says, all right, I can take that. And I think he's going to take off. But let's get into it. Let's look at this. The first half, bro. 6-3 in the first half. Again, Bobo didn't have the right scheme at the beginning. C. Viper, I don't think that they were looking weak and not confident. I think that they kept blowing the balloon up, and that thing wouldn't pop. They like right there. It's like you at the doing the 400-meter race, and you're trying to conserve your energy into the last 150, 100, and then you're trying to explode. Man, you got to get into it at the beginning. You got to get into it straight up. Did y'all know? Trivia question. Who was coaching the last time Clemson scored a touchdown on Georgia? Anybody? It was in that Mark Richt era. The last time that Clemson scored a touchdown was during Coach Mark Richt era. And I think that was his last season that he coached. That's crazy. We played Clemson 3 times since then. If I remember correctly, 3 times since Mark Richt left. And they haven't scored a touchdown. That says something. That says what Kirby Smart's bringing to the table, that defense. Yeah, I believe no. Yeah, I think it was D. Watson during he was the quarterback. They still lost. So let's get into it. Let's start with what we didn't have on the field. We didn't have ETN because of his suspension. He did dress out, but he didn't play. All right. We had a couple other players, but that's one of the main ones that wasn't there, that didn't play. So that could be another dynamic because he is a veteran when it comes to a veteran running back. Um, Again, like I said, we didn't have the young old um, the young Brinson Robinson. His mental wasn't there. Um, and if y'all think about it, we didn't have one of our good tight ends, Oscar Dell. He wasn't in the he didn't get a pass at all, which is crazy because he was supposed to be that one to step up after oh man, after old boy left. Why I just forgot his good gracious. I got it. What's that monster's name? Um Somebody help me real quick. I just had a brain fart, but um that's another thing. McConkey, it wasn't there. But we did have one receiver to step up after he left, and that was Mr. Humphreys himself. Mr. Humphreys did his thing. Let's see. What else? So, all the way around, Georgia played defense, the first half of defensive a game, not allowing, only allowed throughout the whole game 46 yards rushing. Maffa had only in the first half, Maffa only had 24 yards with 7 carries. We were stressing about that defensive tackle because of the injuries and a lot of people, and I think a couple of suspensions, but they stepped up and did their thing. In my opinion, they stepped up and did their thing to hold a very good running back who y'all Clemson will see in the games to come that he's going to explode on the scene. He's not going to be held down too much longer. All right, and that's just giving that man props. Clemson was held to 2 first downs in 30 minutes. 2 first downs in 30 minutes. That's crazy. Throughout the summer, they were saying that Georgia had this was going to be one of Georgia's best defensive rooms since the 2021 era. Still got a lot of football to see that. Still got a lot of football to see that. First half, they did not get close to Klubnik. He had all day to pass, to sit back there and could potentially pick us apart. If we didn't have the DBs that we had on the field at that time, Starks, Bolden, other forgot the names, slipped my mind on the other side, but if we didn't have those Leverett, we could have been picked apart. If this was any other team that had a decent receiving core, we would have been picked apart because we couldn't put no pressure on the quarterback. in the first half, which is crazy. Um, which was really, 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 really what? Yes. I don't know what just happened there. I think you knew still going is still sad about what happened the other night. But we're gonna leave that alone. She got a nice little cheerleading outfit on right now, but uh what else we got? Um so we ended the game or ended the first half 6-0. My takeaway from that is again, I'm going to blame this on the first half, and not really blame, but really want to encourage our um, our offensive coordinator, Mr. Mike Bobo, to actually step his game up next game. Okay, we can't be playing around the first half anymore, like the Georgia of the day is waiting till the second half. All right, we're very efficient at waiting till the second half, but some of these games is coming up because there's teams out there that know how to score and know how to stop us from scoring. We can't play around with Kentucky the first half because that game is always a low scoring game. We can't play around with Missouri because Missouri can score touchdowns at any moment, any time of the day. They can score whatever they whenever they want to. So we cannot be lackadaisical, as I call it, as an offensive coordinator, call the plays. We have the Carson Beck has everything he needs right there in front of him. He has one of the, if not the best running back room, and if not the top 5 receiving core. What they added on with Kobe Young and Mr. Humphreys himself. What's going on, Mr. Armando?
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
You good?
Yeah, man. I'm good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
happy
ahead.
Tuesday to you, brother.
Happy Tuesday. I'm not going to
Yeah,
stay on
man.
here too long because I still got Bible study started at 7:30. I just want to get this out the way.
I feel you. I feel you. You got
What you
Bible
got?
study on a Tuesday?
Yes, sir.
Man.
We do Bible study on Tuesday, men's ministry on Wednesday, and then we always going to be out there, fellowshipping together. So
Oh,
what
okay.
you got on the first half, bro?
Um, I think the first half is like I was saying all last week leading up until the game. I think this happened to a lot of teams this week. The first half, the first game, opening day jitters in the first half. You're coming off of summer camp. Remember, summer camp ended before school, right before classes started back. So they had like a couple of practices, and then you had the opening game. So then you had a couple of people that went down with injuries. Brinson went down. Mikael Williams went down with an injury. Um, Branson, Branson Robinson. You
Hold on.
there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hold on. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay. Branson Robinson. I just think it's a situation where he's just you got to people got to realize, and people have been down on Branson Robinson. Um, the man hasn't been hit since the Oregon game. I mean, I'm sorry, since the TCU game. That's the last time he took a hit in a real game. Now, other than that, it was practice right before he went down with that injury, but he'll be okay. He'll be fine. The running back room is the strongest that I've ever seen it in my lifetime. I've never seen this deep of a running back room at UGA. You have, whoo, let's go down the list. You have ETN, Branson Robinson. You have Broderick coming back in a couple of weeks. Broderick may be back for the Alabama or the Auburn game. Then you got Nate Frazier, you got Cash Jones, and anytime you want to do the Debo Samuel thing, you have uh Dylan Bell. So it's that running back room is deep, that receiver room is deep. I mean, the man threw to like, man, how many, like 12 different receivers?
He threw to every receiver that he had on his
Every
roster.
receiver on the roster, man. That's what I'm saying. So
Let
you,
me let me have you back up real quick,
mhm.
Mr. Brenton Robinson. Like you said, he hasn't been hit in a while,
Yeah.
and he hasn't been um, active in a hot minute neither.
Hmm.
Do you agree with me when I say it's a mental thing?
No, I think it's more rustiness. I don't think it's mental. If it was mental, and here's why: Kirby can sniff that out. Kirby will pull him out if it was mental. I think it was mental with Kendall Milton. Early in 21, it was mental, and that is why he got pushed down the depth chart, and Zeus kind of took over. It was a little mental with Zeus when Zeus came back. Remember, and Zeus came back in 2019 from that ACL, and he didn't really get much playing time. But I don't think it's mental with Branson. I think it's more rust because he's in rare form. I mean, his burst, the speed is there. It's just, I think it was just a little rustiness. But you're going to see a different Branson Robinson Saturday against Tennessee Tech. Now the question is, what, how? Okay, you
I
got
know what
two
your question
national.
is. I know what
Go,
your question is.
go. Okay. You got two national titles. You want something that Vince Dooley has. There's only two other coaches in UGA history that has this. Okay, so you got a national title. You match Vince Dooley and the coach from 1942. Kirby, it's time to get a Heisman. I mean, fans, there are some fans that ain't really saying it out loud, man, but
Mm.
it's time for a Heisman, man. I mean, it's been since 1982.
Yep.
It's been what, 42 years. 42 years, man. It's time for a Heisman. And last Saturday was a good start, but this Heisman race is going to be so competitive. And one of the goals that Carson Beck had was is three major goals: national title, number one; number two, Heisman; number three, first round draft. Those were his three goals. I think we can get 3 out of 3 for the man because he came back his fifth season.
Mm-hmm.
He unselfishly came back where he could have easily went into the NFL, and this sniper. He could easily went into the NFL and gotten drafted in the first round.
Yeah, he would have been, if not the first.
I
He
think he
been.
could have went. I think he could have went in the first round.
Yeah.
I really do believe. I'm not saying early first round, but he could have went in the later. Anywhere in that first round, you getting like somewhere between 20-30 million signing bonus.
I think he would have been picked up faster than Pitts.
I tell you like this. Wherever, if he gets drafted with a good coordinator and they put a decent line in front of him, he's going to have a better career than Penix. I'm going to tell you why. Because Carson Beck is a little bit more durable. He doesn't hold the ball as long as Penix. And he's just more crisp with his passes. He has a chance to actually do something this year. I mean, if Georgia can go through this schedule the way I believe they can go through it and run the table with this schedule, this would be the greatest. They'll go down as one of the greatest college football teams in history, because this is the most loaded schedule that I've seen any team play in a while. The only team that I could say that schedule that could come close to this is that 2019 LSU team. I will say honestly, they had a gauntlet, but a couple of them, their key games were at home. They're tough. Their two toughest. Okay, they had 4 tough games. 2 were on the road: Texas, Bama. Then the other 2 were at home: Florida and Auburn.
What do you think about the comment I made about Bobo starting off slow?
Bobo, you got to realize Bobo came along. Bobo old school. Okay. Bobo came along in our era. All right. And he came along in the Mark Richt era, where you ground and pound and dink and dump, pro style here and pro style there. Bobo has never, and I said this last year, and I'm definitely saying this year, Bobo has never had weapons like this to his disposal. He's never had this many weapons at one time. I cannot remember the time where, even during the Mark Richt years, and I can, even when he was playing, when he was the quarterback, never has had access to weapons like this, these many weapons. I mean, you look up and down that roster, the wide receiver room, man, any of those guys can go to another team and be a number one.
Well, it looked like it. Now, before we get, I stepped my foot in it, but it looked like the second half, everybody was the number one.
And that's how you want it, because that right there is a nightmare for opposing defensive coordinators. Think back, man, in history, Georgia history. There was always that one player that they keyed on. They keyed on Terrence Edwards, Muhammad Massacre. They keyed in on AJ Green. You know what I'm saying? Keyed in on Malcolm Mitchell, Chris Conley, Mecole Hardman. You know what I'm saying? All they had, defenses had to do was worry about one man, Javon Williams. At one time we had Javon Williams. Sorry about that. At one time we had Javon Williams and Mecole Hardman, but Javon Williams was the man that year. Mecole Hardman was kind of young, still a little wet behind the ears. Then after that era, you had George Pickens. They weren't worried about no Tyler Simmons. They weren't worried about, nobody else on that wide receiver core, but George Pickens. They weren't worried about no DeAndre Robinson. They weren't worried about no Tyler Simmons. They definitely weren't worried about no Matt Landers. It was George Pickens and everybody else. You go to last year, during the championship years, Brock Bowers, McConkey. Those 2 would hurt you consistently. The other receivers, they weren't really consistent like that. They nice. Arian Smith was nice. Rosemary St. Jack, nice. But as far as hurting you in the clutch, A.D. Mitchell, Brock Bowers, McConkey. When now you got a taste. Everybody got a taste. Salute to you, Bacardi Obama. Everybody got a taste of how dangerous our offense could be if we finally got something in 2021 and 2022 that we never had at one time at the University of Georgia. Not even Vince Dooley had this, a three-headed monster. Brock Bowers, Larry McConkey, A.D. Mitchell. Now, we won 2 national titles with them.
Mm-hmm.
This time, bro, look at all these monsters we got, man. Lord, look at them. Man,
Listen.
Love it. Bell, Humphrey, man, Arian Smith coming along. You
Kobe
got
Young,
the Kobe dude.
who, by the way, caught his first touchdown as a Georgia Bulldog.
Yep.
I know the thing about it is, I knew that touchdown, but we'll talk about that in the second half. How did Carson Beck look to you throughout the first half?
Carson Beck looked good. You can't, when you put in the ball there in the bread basket. I mean, Love it was a little off in the first half. The receivers, that's the thing about the first game of the season. I remember even when I was playing high school football, man, we the timing was a little off in the season opener.
Of course.
In the first half. And that happened to everyone. I mean, Bama had a slow first half. Ohio State had a slow first half. Oregon had a slow first everything. Texas had a slow first half. Michigan, that's how it is. That's football. But week 2 is when you really see the improvement and you see the offense start gelling, because the defense is always going to be ahead of the offense. The defense is always going to be ahead of the offense.
Yeah, because only the defense got it. See the ball, get the ball.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Not saying it's easy playing defense, but their main focus is see runner, hit runner. See ball, get ball.
Exactly. But UGA fans should be excited, man. I mean, that O-line is, in the first half, I had my reservations because I called you at halftime. But boy, in that second half, man, when one thing about this team, when they ready to turn that light switch on, you better watch out. Well, you better watch out, because they are coming.
Well, let's see, what else I got for you. What effects you think did it have that Trevor Etienne did not play the first game of the season?
None. If anything, it didn't affect the game. I just pray it don't affect the locker room, because Nate Frazier is dynamic. He is special. That kid is special, man. He showed out.
Oh.
I mean, that reminds me of what Nick Chubb did to Clemson in 2014, his freshman year. His first game in the UGA uniform against Clemson.
I'm gonna take you further. I'm gonna tell you, it reminded me of Ty Gurley, his first game.
Well, the reason why I say Nick Chubb, Todd Gurley's first game wasn't against a top 10 opponent. Remember when that Clemson team came into Sanford Stadium, they were ranked inside the top 10, bro. In 2012, the Gurley's I think our first game was not nothing. We didn't have no opponent like Clemson. But he showed out, but it wasn't against a team on the level of Clemson.
No, I was just saying when Ty Gurley played Clemson.
Yeah. When Todd Gurley played Clemson, and
he showed out. What a kick return, 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. Nate Frazier is special. And I did not know Broderick was. I thought Broderick was out for the season until you reminded me, man, that it was just a toe issue.
Yeah,
that can be straightened out in 4 weeks at the latest. So you got Broderick. You saw what he did in that G-Day game, man.
Come on.
I mean, man was. It took like 5 or 6 dudes to bring that dude down. So you got Broderick. You got Nate Frazier. Nate Frazier was supposed to be in like the 4th or 5th on the depth chart. Now he's the talk of the campus. That's everybody. You turn on any UGA podcast, bro. They're talking about Nate Frazier. Nate Frazier.
Man,
So
listen, I got so sick of hearing Nate Frazier's name. I thought I was gonna have another kid and name him Nate Frazier.
yeah,
This
man, I'm telling you, man. So
these folks- Go
I
ahead,
don't
bro.
know, man. I just pray it don't, it don't become a locker room issue, because sometimes, man, too much of something, too much of something can be a bad thing too, as well. When you got too much talent on one team, man, it could start, like causing some issues. A overloaded depth chart, man, is
Oh, yeah, but you think about it. For quite some time now, Georgia's always had this problem. Georgia's had this problem for a couple of years now. When you talk about that, and when you talk about particularly the running back room.
Yeah, man. You talking about, like, okay, so you got Branson, Broderick, Etienne. Now you got Frazier, Cash Jones. All five of them, man, are a problem. All five of them, man, is like
It's a problem that you'll love to have, because the good thing about it is that now you can have 3 different packages for all of them.
Yep.
And the bad thing about it is that, like a Nate Frazier, once he gets going, how do you take him off the field? ETN gets going. How do you take him off the field?
See, that's the issue. It ain't like we running the wishbone, man. You know what I'm saying?
But
the type of offense we run, you're gonna have one running back on the field.
that is true. That is so much true. But it's going to go down. But here's another issue that you love to have. These running backs are getting, like Frazier. He was damn near 7.6 yards a carry. What's up, D-Truth? 7.6 yards a carry.
Hello, everybody in the chat. How's everybody doing today?
And we see you in your LSU.
What's going on?
See you.
I've been quiet, letting y'all talk. I didn't want to be respectful and talk through y'all. So I just waited till y'all stopped. But anyway, hello, everybody in the chat. How's everybody doing today? Go ahead, sirs. Let's go. Y'all can talk.
Hey, if you got something to say about the game, about Georgia, say something. You know what I'm saying? But
Georgia whooped their butts on the second half.
I knew you.
I tell
I knew it was
you
coming.
one thing. Every Saturday we make our picks.
Yeah.
That's one team she gonna pick.
Oh yeah.
That one team she gonna roll with.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to roll with them. Definitely. Go Dogs for real.
Let's
I
see.
lose LSU. I'm just going to tell you right now, they suck right about now. I can't believe they messed that game up that bad.
I think when we finish with Georgia, we're gonna talk about some other teams, because it is some other teams that I would like to address too. But
We're gonna keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Go ahead. Go Dogs. Go Dogs. We're going back on Go Dogs. But LSU sucked, but go Dogs.
So the first half, sticking with the first half there, Armando, and I'll give you my opinion on it. The defense. Yes, it was a defensive battle in the first half.
mm-hmm.
But can only speak about about our defense, Georgia's defense. And we talked about this on the phone, and it's going to bring it out to the public. Where was our pass rush? Where was
in the first half? In the first half, you got to realize now that Williams guy, in that his name on Clemson.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy's a first round. And that tight end that they have is no joke. Okay, it's just that our linebackers were fast enough to stay on him, to check him. Okay.
Yeah, we kept everything in front of us. I think the longest pass was 32 yards. on your favorite cornerback, Leverett.
Yeah. See, the thing is, you got to be careful blitzing the Clemson quarterback, because he will burn you down the field.
Mm-hmm.
He has a nice quick release too. I don't know if you noticed that or not. So I think the game plan was to fill them out, and I think the defense played outstanding. I think both defenses did a damn good job. UGA defense and Clemson's defense. I'm gonna get on Clemson here shortly, okay, because there's a lot of hate, a lot of Dabo hate going on. I'm gonna address that here real shortly. But now on Dylan Everett, and I went into a Georgia podcast, GD Go Dogs podcast, and a couple of the people that were in the chat were like, they were lighting Everett up. They were saying, Everett has not improved, and the host of the show, he was taken up for Everett. Everett is, and I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to throw shade, I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that. I'm just calling it what it is. That defense is pretty much, it is no weakness on that defense. The only weak link, the only slight leak in that defense, in my opinion, is Everett. Dylan Everett, I'm being honest with you, I don't see any improvement on covering or tackling.
But in his defense, as we watched the game, one pass, I think the side of the field he had, he was
guarding their best receiver, and he was getting separation on them in the first half. In the second half, you got to realize Kirby started dialing up blitzes, and when the quarterback don't have time to throw the ball, that kind of takes the pressure off the DBs.
Yeah, I didn't see too many. I seen passes come his way, but I also seen the 132-yard pass. I seen a couple of quick passes, some outs that he got roasted by. But again, do we put another young fella back there, or let him work out these kinks?
Well, Kirby is getting Ellis Robinson ready.
Oh,
yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting ready. He's getting him ready. Kirby, people got to remember now, in 2018, we had the same issue. We had Tariq McGee, and we started out with Tariq McGee and Tyson Campbell. Okay, Tyson Campbell got the start on the other side. Tariq McGee was on the other side. Tariq McGee was shaky. Okay, shaky, just like Dylan Everett. And Kirby, what we didn't know was Kirby behind the scenes, he was getting Eric Stokes ready. And by that Missouri game, which was like around week 3, if I'm not mistaken, Eric Stokes got his first start. He played lights out that day, and he had a punt block.
Uh-huh.
So don't be surprised you see Ellis Robinson in their corner by the time we go to Tuscaloosa, because I'm telling you, Everett trying to guard Williams, that ain't gonna work. I'm sorry, that ain't gonna work right there. That is not gonna work.
Now, did you feel some type of way when he put the young boy Bolden back there?
Bolden played good or great.
You better talk about it.
Everybody did good. Even Dan Jackson did a good job. Dan Jackson didn't let nothing get behind him. The only Humphrey is a little. He need to loosen up. He plays a little too aggressive, but he don't let anybody. He's a lockdown corner. I love Humphrey, but that done Everett. He scares me, man. Anytime they throw to his side, man, I get nervous. I'm holding my breath. Now, a couple of times, man, the guy dropped the ball. A couple of them Clemson receivers, they dropped the ball. They were wide open. One dude was like, the Clemson QB threw the ball, and he was like almost like 5 yards behind Everett. So I mean, I'm just saying, I know Kirby, he likes that seniority loyalty thing. You know, if you want to win championships, man, you got to play the best players. And my advice to him is go ahead, get Ellis Robinson ready. Get him ready, because we're going up against some receivers. We're going up against Tennessee receivers. Auburn got some receivers. Bama got some receivers. Kentucky got some receivers. And we're playing against quarterbacks that can extend plays with their legs. And it's going to start against Kentucky. Brock Vandegrift is very mobile. You know this. He's very mobile. He can extend plays. And Everett has a problem with staying with receivers when we play mobile quarterbacks.
That is true. That is true. I say,
other than that,
and I think that once he gets, against this Tennessee Tech game, I think there's going to be a lot of, and once we go to the second half, you're going to see a lot of more young players play, because if it goes how I would like it to go, or how we would like it to go, I think that it will be up big, so we can see some of these young players get in there and get their feet wet, because Kirby love to play his freshmen, and it's been working good for us for a hot minute now. So maybe we'll see Ellis out there, and a few more that's out there. I didn't write their names down.
And I don't want, another thing about Saturday, man. Kirby, please don't, Bobo don't go out there BSing with this cupcake team. All right, don't go out there doing what Oregon did with Idaho. Look, we're in a different era in college football. All of this, trying to save the playbook and all of that. You know what I'm saying? That look, it's time. Look, we need to be, if we can drop 65 on Florida State, I know damn well we can drop 70 on this team, this Tennessee Tech team. Yeah,
we're gonna be able to see what's his name? Pulowski play this. Is it Pulowski? And that he can the quarterback, and we'll see more Frazier. And
we're gonna see we'll see, we definitely gonna see Jaden Rashada. That right there is gonna be interesting. I want to see what Jaden Rashada, because you never know on any given Saturday your quarterback, just like with JT Daniels. The last thing any of us Dogs fans thought that JT Daniels would go down in that Vanderbilt game.
Well, but here's the thing. This is a problem that we have, though. Rashada is third on the depth chart.
Well, I think that's just for decorations, brother. Because from what I'm hearing, from what I've been hearing, and from the fall camp and the scrimmages, Jaden Rashada was pushing Beck. And I think what they did, they gave the number 2. You know how they did in 2021. Okay, Kirby told everybody that Carson Beck was the number 2 guy behind JT Daniels. Then when JT Daniels had that lat injury, in comes Stetson. Stetson was the real number 2 guy. I'm telling you, Jaden Rashada gonna be the real number 2 guy, because Gunner, Gunner, to me, in my opinion, one of the quarterbacks, man, that was great in high school, but I don't see it translating to college. Not on the SEC level.
But we haven't seen him. We haven't seen him too much, though.
I seen enough of him, bro. I seen him in that Florida State game. A couple of his passes were off. He almost threw a pick 6 one time in that game. I mean, some of the games he came in, I don't feel comfortable if something happens to Carson Beck handing him the keys.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Rashada has full game experience. When he was out there at Arizona State, he played full games. He has experience, and not just coming in garbage time. And I'm telling you, if something happened, God forbid, but if something happened to Carson Beck, I think Jaden Rashada is the real number 2.
I hear you. I hear you. Let's see. Is there anything else that we need to discuss in this first half? All right. Hey, let's take it out to a commercial and play my video. The
intro.
The video, the one we sent you. Second half speech. So, what I wanted to play, but due to copyright and everything else,
we'll get that straight next time. This was kind of like a spur in the moment thing, but but we'll have it together by next week.
Mm-hmm.
As y'all know, Kirby Smart is great at getting his boys ready for the second half. He, just like he told, and I think it was I want to say the Ohio State game where he says, we got 6 possessions to score a touchdown. We're going to score damn near in all of them. This weekend, he told his players that he knows that it's a war, but we get the ball back in the beginning of the second half. And we're going to do what we came here to do. And God dog it that he was not playing around. He must have went up to Bobo and said, listen, if you don't score on the next 5 drives, you might get fired. I might call it offensive plays. And Kirby is not a doggone offensive coordinator at no means. We came out 5 plays, we're in the end zone. Did not mess around. Carson Beck was just a laser. He couldn't miss. I don't think he missed. And and going back to in the first half, and most people didn't know this, his first 9 passes, he was 9-0. He was 9-9 for his first 9 passes.
Yep. That's what I was saying about him. He's crisp. He's very, very accurate. Kind of like Phil Simms. The only thing I would like to see improve for him, if he ever gets this down pat, he could probably, if he can get this part of his game down pat, Sniper, on the next level, or do it before he leaves college, he will be another Dan Marino and an Aaron Rodgers. His accuracy, his downfield accuracy. That's the only flaw in his game, downfield accuracy. If he can ever straighten that out, he gonna be a serious problem in the NFL.
I was listening to some of the commentators and listening to some of podcasts and stuff about him. How he's for him to look so small, he is too damn strong with that ball.
he's done yoked up a little bit. He ain't
I mean,
as
yeah,
small as he was
his freshman year.
year.
Yeah. I definitely understand that.
His freshman year.
But you can tell how do you outthrow Aaron Smith? How you overthrow? I mean, his like you said, if he can get his timing down with his long passes, there's the roof is off the ceiling.
It's over with all this speed that we have. I mean, you can have a situation where Nate Frazier is in the backfield and you send him out on a long pass. You know, it's so much you can do. It's so much speed in that wide receiver room.
Right. He doesn't
where
have
if he was just a little bit more accurate, and I believe that's why Bobo don't really call long passes, too many long passes, because his downfield accuracy probably hasn't improved that much. It's improved a little, but not to where Bobo wants it to be.
That is true. But again, he came out in that second half, and that boy was dropping dimes. His mid-range is the best part about him. I don't know what's the disconnect between the mid-range and the long range, but his mid-range is ridiculous. He throws the back shoulder pass better than anybody I've seen in a long time.
I know, but when you get in the NFL and you get in them later months, you got to be able to sling that ball down the field. You got to be able to throw it over the top, especially when you got receivers on your team that can blow, that can go past defenders. They're gonna want the ball down the field. They ain't, them NFL players, man, they ain't really too thrilled about that going across the middle, dink and dong type stuff. New England did it.
But do you think?
Go ahead.
Do you think that's in a game plan for him, and when he gets opportunity, there's not too much practice for it? Because if you think about it, Georgia leads the league in first downs. Been leading the league in first downs for the longest time.
Well, that can be. Well, the thing about it is that can be a good thing. That could be a bad thing. That means you using a lot of dink and dome plays,
right,
to score. You're not. I'm just saying, with the teams we got on our schedule, Bobo got to put in some plays where we got to be able to be able to score, and we can't take all, because you never know. The defense is not going to pitch a shutout every week. I mean, it's going to be a situation. Even when salute to you, Ms. Media.
Salute, Miss Media. How you doing there, great wife?
Even let's just look at
some media.
Let's just look at. Let's just look at.
Sorry.
I'll wait. Let you get done first.
I'm sorry. I was trying to say hello. I got saying hello. I get to say hello, not or what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You look at some of the greatest defenses in the last I'll go back as far as like in the last 50 years, man. Start off with that 83 Nebraska team. Okay, that 83 Nebraska team had a hellified defense, bro. They didn't allow 20 points the whole season. Got down in the Orange Bowl, man, and got in, the defense just didn't have it that night. And it took Nebraska's offense to keep them in the game. You gotta, I mean, USC had a great defense in the early 2000s, but there were some games. I know that 05 Notre Dame game, the defense wasn't able to pitch a shutout, and the offense had to step up and come up with some explosive plays. that Bama team, the great Bama teams. You know, as great as that Bama defense was in 2012, when they got in that SEC championship game, that defense couldn't hold Georgia. It couldn't hold Todd Gurley. So it took that offense, you know what I'm saying, to bring home the SEC title. You know, as great as our defense was in 2021, what happened in Atlanta? What happened in that SEC championship game, bro? We were not able to pitch a shutout, you know, and at the time, the offense just couldn't get it together because we couldn't come up with no explosive plays. Where in Indy, we got some explosive plays. When you get into the big boy games, when I mean big boy games, I mean the big boy games like with Ole Miss, Bama, Texas, Ohio State, Notre Dame. You got to be able to hit them with some explosive plays.
I seriously think he's gonna get better. But again, second half, he did his thing.
Second half he did his thing. Everybody, you know, played lights out. The whole squad played lights out. My only concern with the entire team is Everett. That's my only concern. I just don't see any improvement from last year. I don't see any improvement with his coverage. I don't see any improvement with his tackling. I mean, my God, at least Malcolm Parrish could tackle. At least Damian Swan could tackle, and they were terrible. Damian Swan and Malcolm Parrish were terrible.
Yes,
cover corners. They were terrible, but they could tackle.
I think in the second half we lost Mikael Williams, high ankle sprain.
Yeah, I don't see him coming back. I don't see him coming back until the Alabama game, and that will, you know, I think he'll be limited. You know, I wouldn't rush him back. You know, remember the kid is you know. I really didn't want to lose him. You know, anybody on that defense, you really don't want to lose him or Jalen Walker. Now, Jalen Walker can cover the slack against Kentucky, and we have Raylan Wilson. Raylan Wilson is no joke. That kid is no joke. C.J. Allen is no joke. We got pass rushers. Smile Munden. When he starts cooking, is you know, that pass rush woke up in that second half. I don't have any concerns with the pass rush because from what I've heard and what I've heard many podcasters say in the offseason, that defensive front of Clemson's is the best that we're gonna see for the rest of the regular season. No other team on our schedule has a defensive line like that.
I heard that too. I've heard that too. So we had, let's see, how do you feel about the new the transfers and new and freshmen coming out of this game?
Oh, I feel great about them. And I mean, we hit home runs with both of them, with all three. I'm still excited about ETN, but Humphrey, man, I mean, the total package. He can go across the middle and catch tough passes. He can jump. He's fast. The kid runs like a deer. He is fast, and he's durable. He's very durable. He's fast, durable. He has good hands. Kobe Young has good hands. Man, anytime I'm inside the 10-yard line, I ain't wasting no time. All you gotta do is just throw a jump ball to him.
Oh yeah,
and that's automatic. Just throw a jump ball to him or a back shoulder fade. No one can guard that. I don't think no one in the nation could guard. Not even the kid up there in Michigan, Will Johnson, could stop that.
Let me tell you something. Kobe is all what they expected him to be. Again. There's no way to continue getting him the ball with the athletes we have on the right side and left side of the receiving room. It's a problem to have, but it goes to I need my touches.
Exactly.
But I think anytime that you can catch a comeback route and twist your body around and take off with the defender on your hip, we got some good problems to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you can come across the middle, and you think about it, this Humphreys is faster than McConkey.
Yeah, way faster.
Way faster than McConkey.
Yeah.
And when he caught that touchdown, when he caught it across the middle, then I seen him turn that thing up, hit that hard right, and turned it up. My first reaction was, and y'all get mad if you want, whoo, that white boy fast, because he took off, and then he lowered his shoulder and said, "Listen, I can deliver a pop too." Another person I was and man, you talked about him. Goes out to Mr. Cash himself, Cash Jones. We thought that he worked on his hands this all season. He worked on his hands because he caught a few out the backfield, and then he turned it up and he did what that boy knows what to do. So those two plus Kobe Young. There was my three big surprises. I was shocked by Frazier because he seemed like the more the game got going, the more powerful he got, the more explosive he got. And I told you, y'all, watch his feet. Watch his feet when he runs. And it's going to show on Tennessee Tech because they don't have those defensive players like the teams we're going to face later on. When he cuts, his feet is still moving and moving at 90 miles per hour. When he puts a juke move on you, it's like he levitates from one side of the field to the other, and his feet is still moving. Y'all keep attention on that. I'm gonna tell you right now, if he keeps doing what he's doing, the offensive line gives him that opportunity to do what he do. And you made a good point when we was on the phone the other day, and I think you said it on our when we talked about the games afterwards. We have the speed when it comes to running backs to bounce it outside. We don't need to go up the middle that much anymore. We get ETN. I know he can bounce it outside and he can put moves on you. I know that when Brinson Robinson and Roderick show up, they can hit that middle, but they got the speed to go to the outside. Because us going up the middle too much, I think that's the wear and tear on a lot of running backs. You get to the outside, you're not catching them. There's not a linebacker that can catch any of our running backs right now. I don't believe so. Unless you got a very good angle, and you better hope that you have every bit of energy you have before that.
I agree. I absolutely do agree, man. That's why I've said, hey, people talking about that kid up there at Ohio State, and don't get me wrong, Jeremiah Smith, in my opinion, may be the best wide receiver. I think him and Travis Hunter are going toe-to-toe as far as the two best wide receivers. That kid out there at USC, he coming. But them two right there, Jeremiah Smith and Travis Hunter, those two are at the top. But as far as like the deepest talented wide receiver room, hands down, Georgia is a step above everyone else. When it comes to attrition, because you're looking at playing 3 playoff games this time around. It ain't 2, win a semifinal game, then go to the championship, get a good draw and win a championship. No, everybody got to at least go through 3 opponents in the playoffs this year.
Mhm.
And if you win your conference, like Georgia and Ohio State are expected to do, that's 4 postseason games that you got to play. You got the conference championship, then you got the quarterfinals, the semifinals, championship game, and it's going to come down to attrition.
Yeah,
And the question is, are they the same without Jeremiah Smith?
and see that's the good problem I was talking about. Young goes down, we got Humphreys.
Mm-hmm.
Humphreys happen to go down. We got
Dylan Bell,
Dylan
Lovett.
Bell. And update on Dylan Bell.
Evans.
He just had he got cramped up. That's the only reason why.
Yeah, he
left
just
the
got
game.
cramped. That's what I heard too.
Mm-hmm. So your receiving core, it's going back to that LSU team with Joe Burrows. Pick your poison.
Jefferson, Chase. Yeah. Now I forgot the third one.
Yeah, I mean, you double up on you want to put a high safety over Chase. What you going to do on the other side? You know what I'm saying? This time, just as though we had McConkey and Bowers, who I couldn't think of his name earlier, and Dylan Bell, you had to pick your poison, because then you still had the running backs coming out the back. And this year, I believe that we have the fastest and can catch out of the backfield crew than we've had in a long time. Yeah, we didn't have. You think about it. We just had 1 or 2 2 years ago. 1 or 2 last year. We got 4 this year.
4.
And
don't forget Dylan Bell. Dylan Bell can come out there. They got some packages for Dylan Bell coming out that backfield too.
You know what's going to? Me and you talked about this the other day. You know what's going to kill a lot of people? Boy, if they put that jet sweep with doggone Arian Smith. That jet sweep is going to kill a lot.
Yes, and it looked good on day 1. Now remember, like I said at the top of the show, offenses they don't really gel until maybe around week 3, week 2, about the second half of week 2 or around week 3. Can you imagine how lethal that jet sweep play is going to be once that offensive line gels?
But don't even let's take it a little bit further. You got ETN, you got Frazier, you got Robinson and Roger. You fake that jet sweep and then give it to one of them.
Exactly.
Or you fake the jet sweep, fake giving it to one of them, and now you got to look at one of the 7 receivers we got.
Yep.
Golly. Now, if Bobo can put a plan together each week, and I'm not saying this just as a Dogs fan, I'm saying this as a sports fan, as a college football fan. If Bobo puts the right offensive scheme together, Georgia should score every down they have.
That's what I would like to see them do Saturday. Every time we touch the ball, we score. Like we did on TCU. Florida State. Remember in Florida State, the first 2 possessions, we did not score. Can you imagine? If we would have scored the first 2 possessions, man, we probably would have dropped 80 on them.
Yeah. And that's just the thing, and that's where I keep mentioning Bobo's name. We have to be aggressive from start to finish. Until Kirby says, all right, we done enough. Until that opposing team waves that white flag, Bobo has to be aggressive, and that's what you were talking about at the beginning of the year when we said when we had Mumpkin. He was aggressive from start to finish.
Yeah, Monken and man piling up points on you. Monken and man, he loved running the score up on you, but don't get it twisted now. Bobo will too.
Yeah, because you remember back in the day, and it's my
Yep.
favorite say. Back in the day, Bobo, his offense would score 42, 45 points and still lose.
Yep, exactly. It was the defense. I mean, Mark Rick was recruiting, players that were not physical. He was recruiting choir boys on defense.
Right. The ones that he got off
the
the flag
defense
football
was soft during those years. Yeah, the defense was just soft. But this now, the thing what Kirby brought toughness, and the toughness outweighed the skill set for a minute in Kirby's early years, because we weren't really scoring them many points. But now we can
had
beat you
defense.
on both sides of the ball.
Yes, sir. And that's what most people are. They'll talk that trash, but they'll tell you real quick. If even non-Georgia fans, we're gonna beat you both sides of the field. You're gonna have to match our intensity.
Mhm.
We have like a West Coast offense against a doggone East Coast defense.
Mhm.
You can't, and again, you have to pick your poison. For 1 year, and I think this year is going to look the same. If our defensive tackles, once they get healthy, we start getting a little bit more pressure, and I think Homeboy is going to get them right there. Remember, we went a long streak without somebody even running the touchdown on us, and we have those, and we're supposed to have the better defense than that. Was that 2022? When you couldn't run a touchdown on us until we got to the Missouri game, I believe, Kentucky game.
It's like this. It's like this. We are gonna. I think everybody. The reason why not too many analysts are really pumping up UGA. They're not pumping up Georgia. They want to see what happens on the 28th. They want to see what happens on the 28th. These Bama fans really believe. They really, really believe that this man is going to come in there his first year and beat Kirby. They really believe that. They really honestly believe that they're going to beat Georgia on the 28th. I listen to Kangaroo Black, and this man I don't know if he's just that delusional or what, but he really, really believes that Bama's going to beat Georgia. And they have no idea. They have no idea. All Kirby has been thinking about in the offseason is Bama. Bama is who cost Georgia a 3-peat. They cost us a 3-peat. Yeah, somebody got their TV on in the background. Something.
Oh, I told you what I had to do at 7:30.
Oh, okay.
So I'm listening and listening. Georgia. Okay, that's the same. I heard the same thing with the Tennessee fans.
Huh?
Yes.
Man,
I heard the same thing because they got this 6'6" quarterback who played against he played against a middle school team. And he was just dumping it off left and right. Tennessee fans like, oh, we want Georgia this year.
That kid ain't seen no defense in his life. He ain't seen, I'm talking about college or pros, bro. We ain't Iowa. They looking at Iowa and they saying, well, they can do it against Iowa defense. I know he can do it against Georgia defense. They have no earthly idea. No earthly idea. I wish we could play them early. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of playing them late. I wish we could get them early. Oh,
we had to play Auburn early. Listen, back to our program here. So as we discussed, we had just a few concerns. The starting off slow. Okay, I know it's the first game of the season, but we're playing number 14 in the nation. All right. I would like to see Georgia take care of business at the beginning, so that we get that comfortable lead, so so your fans can relax a little bit.
Well, let me just say this, Sniper. Let me just say this, and
Okay.
I've been hearing a lot of fans say the same thing that you're saying. Okay, I just want to make this perfectly clear. Clemson's defensive line, that defensive front is legit. Let me say it again now. Clemson's D-line is legit. It is good as advertised. All right. Like I said in the post-game show Saturday, I don't see them losing another game the rest of the season. I see them going 11-1, getting to the ACC championship game 11-1. But make no mistake about it, that Clemson defensive front is legit. It's as good as advertised. And I don't see another team on our schedule with other than Tennessee now, with a D-line like what Clemson brought. They got some first rounders on that D-line, and they got it's loaded with juniors and seniors.
Well, let me. The first half, like you said, and I agree with you. Clemson does have a very good defensive line. If Georgia would have started Frazier at the beginning of the game, you think it would have been a little bit different? Because once he got in, the ball started moving more.
It would have been different. It would have been different, but I think maybe we would have got a touchdown out of it. You also got to remember too, a couple of our receivers dropped some balls. Dylan Bell dropped the ball. Lovett dropped 2. One, man, if he would have caught that ball, he would have scored in the first half.
Truth.
Because no one was around him. No Clemson Tiger player was anywhere near him. He could have just cakewalked into the end zone. But like I said, man, that offense is solid. That offense is solid, man. I remember analysts were saying that Clemson was going to be a nice test for Georgia because of that D-line. They kept talking about the Clemson D-line, the D-line. That's the only reason why they were like 13. The spread was 13 because, Vegas felt like that D-line was good enough to not allow Georgia to get too far ahead of them. But Georgia will wear you down with attrition. They'll wear you down is strength in numbers. And that's what
they run stadiums better than nobody else out there. They started doing that after they lost to Alabama that year and still made it into the into the playoffs and our first win. And Kirby took them straight to the doggone took them straight to the stadium. They ran stadium at 6:00 in the morning.
Yep.
And
he had them running stadiums. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying they did it, and they've been doing the stadiums ever since.
Mm-hmm. He had them running stadiums after the SEC championship game when we lost to Bama.
Mm-hmm.
And it showed in that Orange Bowl. I'm telling you, like I said, I can't wait till the 28th. I wished I would have loved to open up the season against Bama. I would have loved to play. There was a time that Georgia and Bama would play in early September. I don't know why they started, setting games up. Anytime Bama and Georgia would be on the schedule, they set the games up in October, and or didn't let them play every year. But I wouldn't mind opening up the season against them. Play, why wait? Let's do it. Do like how Florida State and Miami used to do back in the days when they would come into the season ranked 1 and 2, and Bobby Bowden and Jimmy Johnson were like, "Hey, why wait? Let's get it over with. Let's get it over with early in the season, because that's when you find out who's the best, because both teams are at full strength early in the year."
Yeah. That's what I was talking about when we talked about it the other day. Is that yes, we paying these non-inferior teams at the beginning, and Georgia, Alabama is known for that. They just don't pick regular teams. They take the lowest of the low and still damn near lose. But that's neither here nor there. Any takebacks according to the commentary's feedback? Oh, you talking about? She's talking to the chat. Chat, what y'all think? Any Georgia fans, non-Georgia fans? What y'all think about how Georgia performed on Saturday, and what y'all think about their future? You knew? What you think? What did your crystal ball say? You done stepped away, got a sandwich, probably having a good dinner with her family right now. She's like, man, I'll be back later.
Fixing food.
Go ahead.
What do you mean? I'm fixing food. Okay, what was the question? I missed it.
No, it was,
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's 11.
wait a minute. What you got going on over there, do you knew? Hold on now.
Well, not very good yet. Don't usually do it. Eat. I'm not watching TV.
All right, you knew.
Oh,
So I'm careful, Georgia.
Mute up.
Listen.
Mute up, you knew.
You told me can do. You told me straight, so I believe you.
She must walk away from the computer.
I just muted her. Okay.
Bacardi Obama said it seemed like a regular game almost. They start out slow the first half and wake up the second half. Yeah, they gotta play 60 minutes. I've never been a fan of filling out, saving the playbook in the first half. I believe in coming out there jumping on the opponent early and often.
Yeah, we got to go back to stepping on the neck days and holding it there until the whistle blows at the end. That's how I feel all the time. You cause too much cardiac arrest when you do the games. Again, we played, unlike most teams, we played a team that was ranked and had a decent defense, and on paper really got a decent offense. It's just that our defense was better at the beginning, and offense was better the second half. And then once that ball started rolling, y'all didn't know where it was going, because again, Carson Beck hit damn near 11 receivers. And I don't even know where the other ones came from. I think they pulled some out the crowd and said, hey, can you catch? See what you can do.
And that ain't all. Remember, we got the kid from USC, Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
That kid, remember, he was torching Colorado last year.
Oh, speaking about, we didn't see Michael Jackson. But I'm feeling some type of way, but I know it's a good way. Oscar Delp didn't catch a ball.
That's another one we didn't see.
Oscar Delp did not catch a ball at all. Neither did
And he's our number one tight end.
Yeah.
He's our number one tight end.
Neither did I can't pronounce his last name, the brother that came from Stanford. He didn't
he caught one.
No, he did not.
Well,
I
heard his name called. I heard he what?
He dropped it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Lawson Luckett showed out. Lawson Luckett showed out.
Hey, he said, hey, did you hear his post interview? He said, we out there celebrating, but we haven't done nothing.
I love that.
Because I mean, winning that game, you get the little hat and everything. Georgia didn't seem so excited to win that. To win. I mean, they celebrated. Yeah, they celebrated. They showed the happiness and accepted the congratulations, but they didn't have that same like the first time when they beat North Carolina in that game. Nick Chubb's return. And when he came out his mouth and said, and I wish we could show it, came out his mouth and said, we're out here, we haven't done nothing yet. And he in the post interview, they like, what do you? And they looked at him, and this boy had that look in his eye, like, don't get too excited. Do not get too excited because there's more to come.
Way more. We got a long road.
And just like
it's
we were
gauntlet,
saying,
bro.
It is. It's a gauntlet. But here's the thing. What is your defense going to do against this offense?
That's it. That's the thing about it.
Just like
this is the thing. This is the thing with Bama fans. This is what's gonna mess them up, and they're gonna walk away on the 28th very disappointed because ESPN and the SEC network, they are not really talking about Georgia because the narrative is Georgia is so good, so great right now. They expect us to be good. With Oklahoma and Texas coming into the league, they gotta hype them up. Money. So therefore, they don't talk about, our receivers and our depth chart and how deep we are. We know because we listen to other Georgia podcasters. But if you were a fan of another team, the only thing you know is Georgia ranked number 1. You know about Oscar Depp. You know about Dylan Bell. You know about Dominique Lovett. You ask any fan outside of Georgia, ask them about asking them names of Georgia receivers. They're gonna start with Dominique Lovett, Dylan Bell, Oscar Depp. They don't know about Kobe Young. They don't know about the rest. London Humphreys. They don't know about any of them. They're gonna find out. They're gonna find out the hard way.
And it's gonna be and then again, do you have the corners? Let's just say we go five receivers, or we go 4 receivers and a tight end, or let's say we go 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 3 receivers.
They don't have.
Do you have enough?
Caleb Downs. They don't have Caleb Downs, and they don't have Kool-Aid McKinstry. Them dudes gone. They don't have Dallas Turner. They don't have a lockdown corner like they had in the past with D. Milner and Minka Fitzpatrick and Patrick Surtain, players like that. They don't have Caleb Downs on their team. Their best players are gone. They got some wide receivers, but I'm talking about their defense. I'm talking about that defense. If your defense is spending most of the day out there on the field, then guess what? That's gonna make it hard on your offense because you're gonna have a fresh defense going up against your offense.
Mm-hmm. And then when they get tired, you're gonna be dependent on a freshman to try to take care of Kobe Young.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't forget, you had five of your defensive players transfer over, which they probably made the wrong decision to go to Florida State. But you have five of your starters go to, and you don't, and it's not like when Nick Saban was there.
Mm-hmm.
That you have people in the background waiting to play. Them foes are gone.
Yeah, them days over with, bro. Them days over with. Them days over with.
All right. So what was my question?
I don't know. You was in there talking to the whole family.
I was talking to you. What are you talking about?
What I remember
myself when I was talking to you.
Yeah, the question was, what do you think? What do you think about Georgia and where are they going in the future?
I think they got a good chance to be with the high, the highest ranks. I think
national,
the nationals.
National champions.
Yes,
national champions.
Definitely. Yeah. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. I have not slept since 3:30 this morning. Okay, I am exhausted, but yes, definitely the nationalship. I think they got a very good chance at that. They do. Now LSU, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all about to get dropped for me. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't give up on LSU. I look, LSU
horrible against US.
No, they didn't play horrible. No. They got out coached. Brian Kelly got out coached by Lincoln Riley. That's what happened. But talent wise, pound for pound, LSU matched USC talent wise. As a matter of fact, I feel like the better team, LSU was the better team, but USC was just a better team on that night. On paper, LSU was the better team from top to bottom. It's just that night, on that given night, Sunday night, USC was just better.
The thing is,
it was just better that night.
The way they were playing is what bothered me. It's almost like they were giving up in the middle of the, like, as they were playing, as the play was going, they were giving up. It wasn't like they were trying to do their best. It's almost like somebody said, "Hey, we'll pay you $1 million if you lose this game." Like that's how I felt about it when I saw it going on.
But didn't they only lose? They lost at the end of the game, didn't they?
They lost at the end of the game because Brian Kelly got out coached. Yeah. Brian Kelly got out coached, and whoever that guy from that defensive back for LSU, them two catches that USC receiver made on him, bro, wasn't that he could do about that? Wasn't that those were two amazing catches. It wasn't he had them covered. Wasn't nothing he could do about it.
I think they could have did better.
I really believe they let one slip away, but I'm not going to give up on LSU. I still think they could beat Bama. I still think they could beat some teams on their schedule. I still think LSU was going to be a problem. They got talent on that team. They got some talent on that team.
I get that at the beginning they did fine. Okay, I could agree to that, and I could agree to the middle they did good, but for some odd reason, the end it was like they were struggling. To me, they were struggling.
Wait.
To get their point. To get that last part. To get that last point. What?
I know you feeling. I know you feeling some type of way. Well, this is a Georgia show, dog it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go back.
I
to
said
my
I asked
word.
her about the dog.
You asked her.
I said about
I
the
know
dog.
you gonna
I
ask
didn't
me
say
a question
nothing.
and then expect me not to
I said
answer
nothing
it.
about LSU. Y'all, you said Georgia will win and can be a high.
Yes, I did.
To win that.
I'm
And
the
then
one who
you
started
straight
it.
over to LSU. I mean, you
I
brought
did.
your feelings
I
to
did.
the program.
I did. I agree. I did.
Hey,
we gonna I'm out probably have to crank up a SEC show and have that like probably on Wednesday nights. So we can, that way we can discuss, all the teams in the SEC. SEC,
Okay.
I may bring back.
Sorry,
I had a show. Say what now?
I said sorry. I'm sorry. I started talking about LSU. It's about Georgia, y'all.
No. I mean, no. What I was saying is, I'm considering bringing back SEC Smack and Chat for Wednesdays. That way, because we have a lot of a variety of SEC. A lot of our followers and subs are from fans of other SEC teams. So I may bring back SEC Smack and Chat. I started that when we was on Facebook in 2021. I didn't do it the last 2 years, but I'm thinking about bringing it back.
Bring it back.
Okay.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we already, the numbers are coming. The numbers are coming.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a good job with all the shows. D-Truth, Auburn show. We gonna get you started on the LSU the show, and got your back on that. And then bring back the SEC, and we good.
Okay.
We good.
Jazz did come up on my panel for LSU for sure.
Who?
Jazz.
Oh, yeah.
She's LSU.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
for
a
sure.
LSU fan. Die hard LSU, born and raised, just like you.
Mhm.
Is an LSU fan.
But if I remember correctly, she's like one of those that we got to give 48 hours if LSU lost.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's a busy
yeah.
person.
If I remember correctly, we had to give her at least 48 hours, 72 hours just to get over it because she hot. She get hot quick. Question: Clemson, who's what? Shout out to Clemson. I think this is your son. Got
Delete that comment, bro. Delete that comment, bro. Yeah, bro. Congratulations on them 80 views over there.
Good job.
80 views, bro. I get that on the test live. I get that.
I get that sneak. I get that.
Play some gospel music. Hey, AT, remember on Facebook, bro. He used to do gospel shows, get more views than that, bro. Come on, man.
Hey,
80
listen.
views.
Mondo gets his sneezing.
And this dude ain't even got enough subs to go live, and he ain't here D-riding somebody else, man. Anyway, back to regular scheduled program.
Yeah,
right.
And yes, I got 6 views, but guess what? I got yours too, homie.
The thing about thank you for the view, bro. And the thing about sports shows, the thing I love about sports shows, you get hella playbacks. Because this time of the evening, a lot of people are probably still stuck in traffic. Sports shows, people are always gonna tune in, and this is just the premiere. This is the first show. The numbers are gonna jump. Playbacks are very good when it comes to sports shows.
And what I keep trying to tell y'all folks, I don't care about my views. I'm not here to get anything else. Anything else is just put content out, have fun with my folks, and that's it. Don't care about it. I'm talking about something I truly care about. That's Georgia Bulldogs, college football. Saturday mornings, I'm up talking about college football. So guess what? Throughout the week, I'm listening to You New and to with her what she does. I listen to D-Troop what he does. Man, you can try that trolling with me all you want, but guess what? Go Dogs! My team beat yours.
Go Dogs! Go Dogs!
Go Dogs!
Yeah, we doing our thing over here, bro. We got the sports thing locked down over here. Everybody knows it.
And
everybody knows it.
Look, others has tried. We've seen other doggone shows trying to be like us, and guess what? It's not even close. It's not even close.
Exactly.
Over there listening to kindergartens talk.
Yeah. I tell you what though, one thing about it is if let's just say if we had a well-known ESPN analyst like a Rob Parker on one of our shows, man, our numbers would be through the roof. You know what I'm saying? That you're like,
How do I get a hold of them?
you can't put up 10K, at least 10K views with Rob Parker. That's just like me. Here, somebody getting Rob Parker on their show is just like me having L. Duncan. If I had L. Duncan on one of my shows, man, them numbers would be through the roof. When you have an ESPN analyst, a well-known ESPN analyst, someone that well-known in that field, and you can't even put up 100 views, that's
Hey.
That should tell you something.
To tell you something, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not even known on. Let's get back to our show. I'm tired of trying to explain myself.
But like I was saying, man, LSU is gonna still be a problem. They're still gonna be a problem. I would not sleep on them. And that's what a lot of teams are gonna make a mistake. They're gonna sleep on them and think that their situation is nowhere near like Florida State. Florida State has a serious problem down there in Tallahassee. Serious problem. That program on life support right now. Them fans, bro, I ain't never seen them fans, bro. Let me tell you what they did at halftime, bro. Them fans went out to the concession stand asking for paper bags. And they started putting paper bags on their head. They were punching holes out in the paper bags and putting it on their head.
That reminds you of those 1990 Saints.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. And they were booing. They were booing in the second half. I'm like, oh my good bro, man. One time, man, when it looked like they was getting ready to drop 35 on them, bro, them fans were, man, they were booing and they were throwing stuff out on the field, bro. They were mad, bro. They were pissed.
No, you know who was the most pissed off person in the world? You want to know who?
Who?
Me, because I couldn't watch the damn game.
Well, I mean, I remember we told you, bro, it's on YouTube. They show all the games on YouTube. I didn't miss nothing.
Man,
a lot of them are actually privating them after they play the games.
Yeah, they show the game and they put it on private. Yeah,
they have to. They ain't got no choice because the teams or whoever their attorneys can get at your game, get on your video, or they can get at you legally.
And my clown of the week award goes to AT&T. That's the clown. AT&T gets the clown of the week award.
Is that the one I call ATM?
No, not AT&T. DirecTV. DirecTV gets the clown of the week award.
What did they do?
Man, they wait right in the middle. I think they said, man, they the ESPN, all the ESPN channels, all the Disney channels went off in the middle of the US Open.
Oh my goodness. That's horrible.
At halftime in a couple of games, man, they get that black screen. Cause I had got up and I went to go fix me something to drink. Came back in the living room, bro, and there was a black screen with white writings. I'm like, wait a minute now.
Did it say copyright?
No,
it didn't say copyright. Let me finish, baby. It said, yeah, they lost the contract. The same crap every year around September. Same crap.
And I was so I went to the.
Oh.
Let me get to this real quick, y'all. I don't know who Glamson. No, go back real quick. Miss Media, you gonna have to tell me who Glamson.
Yeah, I couldn't understand that question.
I got scouted.
Scouts
looking at him. His biggest challenge is classmates are out bullying him due to him beating one of their. What would you suggest? Stop beating their butts? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I couldn't understand that. Why I didn't come.
Okay. I'll explain it. Her glam son, YouTube glam son. No, not her real glam son. I'm sorry. Her real glam son is he's playing, football, and they're bullying him. And he's really good at what he does, and they're bullying him. That's what she's saying. What suggestion do you have?
Keep playing football.
Keep playing football, and I mean, I know when I was playing football, man, we had like underclassmen and some dudes that wasn't playing football. Shoot, we had them as, I mean, we had
Karen
like
Jack's right.
personal bodyguards. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had that problem,
But yeah, because usually the football team sticks together.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
together. Everybody got their Letterman jacket on.
Yeah,
they got the jerseys.
Yeah, we hung out. We went to parties together. Yeah, we didn't separate. So my advice to him would be to tell him, make friends on the team and hang out with them. You know.
So she said the classmates are out bullying him due to him beating their, their butts.
But see, that is it. Kind of doesn't.
I
make
don't
sense
understand that because if you were a high school athlete, a superstar athlete, but you are the most popular kid on the campus.
Also, when you kick somebody's butt, usually you get a little bit of, some OG to you, and nobody messes with you. How do you? But see, that doesn't make sense. How do you beat somebody up and you get bullied for it?
Like if they're playing, I'm assuming she's saying if they're playing each other. Like when they're playing, practicing. I'm assuming is what it sounds like to me. The classmates are getting their butts kicked on the field, and they're not liking it, so they bully him.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm getting. Is that correct or not, Media?
Hey,
that would make sense.
Put down the grape wine and drink apple wine. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't understand that question either. Salute to you, Ren Rock. Salute, bro. Great show earlier this morning. Salute to you.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't understand that question because one thing about it, the football players, when we win games, we walked around the campus and through the hall like we were heroes.
Right.
I mean, they treat us like heroes after winning the game.
And again, if one of your one of your teammates get in the fight, you all getting in the fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we it was a brotherhood. But football teammates, it's a brotherhood. So I don't know. I've never heard of that. So I can't even.
Yeah, that's how
I don't even know how. Go ahead.
No, that's how my kid was when he used to play football. They used to be all gathered up, no matter what they were doing. They're always together.
Yeah,
unless they're in class, of course, but they were always together.
How come? Listen, stop coming to my doggone show and trying to get us off subject. Okay?
No, I mean it's good. It's good to mix in, like. But see, this was short notice, man. I kind of wanted to give you a format, you know what I'm saying? But it's always good that you put it like this. I watch other UGA podcasts, bro, and they like toward the end of the show, like the last 15-20 minutes, they'll talk about what's going on around the SEC too.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how you talking about kicking butt and being bullied and.
Are you talking about media?
Yeah. I didn't really understand it. That's why I didn't answer it. I didn't really understand the question. But now I understand it. I still can't really give an answer because I was a football jock in high school. I didn't have them problems because we hung together. We all were tight.
Yeah, same here. So
Did you used to do the butterfly when you guys made touchdowns? Like, when you throw the football
they didn't allow that back
butterfly?
Then. Hell no. They didn't allow that. They didn't allow that crap back then.
They would take the ball to the ref.
Yeah, we handed the ball to the ref, or we would, kneel down and pray in the end zone. Kneel down.
Now they
like
be
how Tim
dancing
Tebow
their
used to
butts
do.
off.
You don't do that mess. They ain't allow that. You run in the stadiums, and back then they would take the touchdown away from you if you celebrate.
Wow.
Yeah.
They give you a penalty for that. Hey, and then comes
Now
come
sportsmanlike
Monday afternoon.
conduct.
Yeah, you running gassers.
Mm-hmm.
And
So what about when they bump chests? They
No,
be doing that.
That crap wasn't going on back in the late 80s. Late 80s and the early 90s. They didn't do that crap. They unsportsmanlike conduct, 15-yard penalty, and wipe out the touchdown. That means you would have everybody in that stadium pissed. Your parents were pissed. The coach was pissed. The cheerleaders were pissed. Your girlfriend was pissed. Everybody pissed. So nobody was willing to take that chance and get in there. Celebrate when you get to the side. I celebrate when I had the food when I got to the sideline.
no, we had definitely food. Hey, listen.
Oh yeah.
The worst thing is when the water boy whoops your ass because you got a touchdown taken away. Okay,
that wasn't gonna ever happen.
Yeah,
even
well,
if I did,
try.
Take one of them damn water boy with my ass. Yeah. you couldn't if you let a water boy whip your ass, bro. You couldn't show your face back in the school no more.
No. But see, our water boys were upcoming like people on the JV. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hell no.
No.
You wasn't in there. Well, I don't give a damn if they was damn stars on the JV team. They wasn't whooping our ass. And we upperclassmen too. Juniors and seniors.
Hey.
We were practically grown men. They were little boys. 12 and 13, 14 years old.
Hey, what was the starting with you knew, what out of all the games you watch or you got a chance to watch, what was your wow moment? Or you
as far as, does it have to be about Georgia or all the games?
No,
all the games. That would be actually Mr. Hunter, number 12. I swear that dude could fly. Like for some odd reason, he's just when he could probably play basketball because the way he jumps, like I can't even explain that thing he did. Go ahead.
Believe it or not, when he was at Collins Hill High School, he did play basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
He
could fly. That fucking jump.
Ran track, played football.
He's athletic. For real. Yeah. And that GPA 4.0. Shoot, that GPA.
But did you see his comment that he made?
I think the reason why he made that comment is because you don't want to start counting all your chickens before they hatch. You know what I mean? All your eggs before they hatch.
But but you know
the chickens, but your eggs.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Tired. But no, you don't want to start counting your eggs before they hatch. Like you don't never know how many eggs are going to have chickens in them, or are they just supposed to be an egg? Just saying. So you just never know. They don't want to sit there and say, "Oh, we're going to beat everybody," and then they jinx themselves.
Oh, you're talking about the wrong comment.
Huh?
The comment that he made when you said 4.0. He made a comment saying that he does not like hanging out with people. He does not like going out in public. Doesn't like eating out. He likes focus on football. Focus on
in school.
Focus on school. Focus on fishing and playing this game. That's the only things he liked to do. And believe it or not, he did that in high school. He did not hang out with people in high school. He did not go out in high school. And you could tell he's not a outspoken
person. Homely. He's homely.
Yeah,
he's a homely person. He doesn't like hanging out, drinking, club, and he doesn't seem like that guy. For you to get a 4.0 and be athletic, you got to stay on top of yours. You can't be like the rest. You can't be hanging out in the streets at all.
Hey, Sniper, remember what you were saying about them North Dakota boys? All they do is slang hay.
Yeah.
play football.
Yeah.
He's one of them South Georgia boys, man.
Yeah.
All they did was fish and put wood and
Oh, he's gonna be a good
play
hubby.
Play football, huh?
He's gonna be a good hubby.
Yeah. He's
Yeah, and the girl and check this out now. Dude, saved himself until he got with the girl that he with his fiance. He's gonna marry that girl.
Yeah.
The one he with now. They got a
awesome.
bad house in Boulder. They got a bad house in Boulder, bro. I mean,
Awesome.
mansion, bro.
I like
He's
hearing
been
that.
He's been with this girl since high school.
I like that. This high school sweetheart. That's cool.
So
That's awesome.
That's his first and only. So that's what I'm saying. That's why. So that's what I was telling D True. Like, how long can he go playing both? That dude has, he eats right. He sleeps good. He eats good. He don't live no fast life like some of them football players out drinking and driving fast and acting a fool. Travis Hunter don't do that. He go to class, go to practice. He go home to his girl, his fiance. He don't be out there like that.
Amazing. That's amazing.
And that's my answer. That was my answer too. That the things that kid did Thursday night, it was just
he was amazing.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
Yeah. He was the highlight of the week, bro.
Yeah. The highlight of the week is the catch of the week that I saw, and I forgot what team it was.
USC. That kid from USC.
No, he wasn't on USC. No. This is another catch. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but you need to go back and see it.
You talking about that? What was the Division 3? Dude play for Division 3 or something?
It could have been, one-handed, 360, rotating horizontal or vertical in the air.
Yeah, I saw.
Look, don't quote me on this. I don't remember
but
what
to
team
do
it was.
on those SEC defense is more impressive to me. That's why I had to give it to that kid for USC.
I don't know if you guys remember that one guy. I don't know what team it was. The one that went straight in the middle. Literally, he was in the middle of the field, and he went straight through the middle to get that touchdown. What team was that?
Georgia.
Right in the middle. He was like, as if there was nobody else. He just went. There he was. Georgia.
Yeah.
Hey,
London Humphreys.
Hey, look, the biggest hit I seen was at the LSU game when that streaker came across the field. Y'all didn't see that? When those cops, those two cops that had decleated that dude? Y'all didn't see that? No? Okay.
What game?
What media put in their
what
chat?
game? We already answered the question.
She said answer the question.
She fell asleep.
Yeah. Okay.
We already answered that question. We answered that question about 15, 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Tell them to hang out with the team. Tell them to roll with the team. Don't roll solo.
Hey,
here's
the
That's
deal.
the best advice I can give them.
Yeah. As the scouts are out there, and I don't know what a glam son is, that sounds kind of suspect to me anyway. But if he's playing football, continue doing what you're doing. That's all you can do.
Yeah, don't let nobody encourage you. Keep doing what you're doing.
You mean discourage him?
Keep playing football. Don't ever let nobody discourage you.
Right.
Don't let nobody kill you. Don't let nobody step on your dreams.
Definitely don't do that.
Hell no.
Definitely not.
And next time,
that's the haters are gonna be haters.
next time, make sure that your question is readable, because we don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right. Back to what I was saying before, but yeah, in the middle of the game, I don't know if it's in between quarters, there was a streaker came onto the field at LSU game. And
they don't show that no more on TV. They used to back in the day. They would show them, and then they would let them. They would show them until somebody tackle them.
Right, but this dude, I mean, he was a streaker, but he was not. He was fully dressed. He ran across the field, and two cops, and I'm talking about at the same time, decleated him. And it was, I'm talking about, and look, they hit this dude. They had still stood on their head.
Why do these people think we want to see them naked? I just want to know.
Let me tell you something about Caucasian folks. Okay, because I never seen a black guy run across the field.
Me neither.
I've seen some.
Me neither.
I've seen some. I've seen.
You have?
Yeah, I've seen some of. Remember, they don't show them on TV. They don't show them on TV. But I have seen some in live. Run across. They do it at HBCU game, man.
Yeah, well,
are they on something when they do this? Like, how do they get so bold to do this? That's what I want.
They're drunk. They're either, and then you get your buddy sitting right next to you. I bet you won't do it. I got $100.
Yeah, it's a dare. It's a dare. Or they a bet or something like that. Like, I guarantee a lot of them, if you could pull or have a sit with them fools that do it at them NFL games, if you could sit one of them down and have a conversation with them, I guarantee they'll tell you it was a bet. It was a bet. But see, they ain't playing that no more. It used to be a time that they would just, grab you and, lock you up. Now, shit, them police, they whoop your ass out there on the field in front of everybody.
In front of everybody. That's where or one of the team members attack your ass. But y'all,
no, you know what they should do is get a wet towel and pop them on their skin. I bet they'll stop doing it.
This is not Singapore.
Somebody gonna do that. Somebody gonna take their belt off and whoop their ass.
And they need to get a little sting. Maybe they'll stop doing that. Don't nobody want to see all that mess.
But
I don't want to see the moon shining in the daylight.
But you know what happens? And it happens a lot during soccer games more than anything else. Man, and these folks was getting hurt because they take soccer serious, especially in these other countries. They take soccer serious, and you come running across the field, they drop kicking you with cleats on. And I'm not, you laughing, but I'm telling you the truth. They were literally. That's how soccer players fight. They get
what they get.
Yeah, but that's how soccer players fight. They don't punch. They kick.
The one place there you will never ever see them try. You will never see them fools try that at no NBA game. Never.
Oh man.
They do not want to get put through that damn hardwood floor.
No.
They don't want to accidentally hit that bench either. That benches are made of metal, especially at them high schools.
No. They in the NBA game they got cushion chairs, but
that's still gonna hurt if they hit the chair.
Hey, listen, but here's the thing: before you hit the chair, you might get your butt whipped by 10 people on the team on each side. You might get you by the refs. And then the
mascot too. The mascots be kind of built in the NBA, man. The damn mascot.
Hey, you know who else?
Especially if you don't know who they are, they're gonna do some stuff.
Probably some ex-convict in that costume.
Hey, you know what?
Never know.
Have y'all noticed this in the last couple of years? Referees are getting swole.
Yeah, they're usually chubby in the front. They don't look like Stafford no more.
They don't look like that Ed Hercules. What that dude name? They call him Hercules. Ed Hercules. Hey, man, that dude look like he could go try for the WWE if he want to.
Man, and usually they got the loose shirts on. Man, these mans are wearing tight Under Armour shirts. I'm like, golly.
I remember back in the day, man, them dudes would be old, skinny, some of them have pot bellies. Man, these dudes look like they could play football. But
there's one ref.
Maybe they're starting to pay better. Who knows?
The refs get paid good money all in the NBA. They get paid good. But
the only thing about it. The only thing about it though. I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to come across as being sexist. But I really do believe I'm starting to see more and more female referees in the NBA. That's dangerous, man. Because one of them dudes, they let's say it like 3 dudes going up for a rebound, or they on a fast break and they going up, all of them going up for the ball, and they accidentally come down on their female referee. Man, come on.
Or they're mad enough to go hit a referee because they put their hands on some of them referees.
Yeah, I don't think there's not too many NBA players.
I ain't really never seen that. I mean, I remember
I've seen them push them.
I've seen them push, yeah, but the only one that only time I ever seen. Yeah, the only time I ever seen the referee get hit, they were back there during the 70s, and they were doing the coke era.
Yeah,
they were doing the coke era.
Everybody
they were punching out coaches and referees and everybody, cheerleaders.
No respect.
And whooping the cheerleaders' ass and everything.
Hey,
no respect.
We're seeing a lot more female refs in the NFL.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't agree with that, bro.
I've seen any.
I haven't seen
any.
There's a few.
Only I've seen it from soccer, but not football.
It's a few. I don't think. Look, man, I done seen female sideline reporters get laid out.
Yeah.
What do you think will happen to female referees that's refereeing a football game full of grown ass men?
That's just like that one boy.
But they're doing it.
Remember the one that flew into the sideline and the whole chair flipped over, flipped to the flew against that person or the people that were on the sideline. Did you guys see that chair fly?
Yeah,
what was that? A football game or a basketball game?
That's just recently. I forgot which team it was. He flew into the sideline and a whole chair flew up.
I saw that highlight. They only showed it one time. They went so fast.
Yeah, I didn't see it over and over. It was just a one time. They showed it once and that was it.
But I'll never forget that time Brian Herring ran over that chick in that Auburn game. Man.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for that girl. That girl, man, that girl didn't wake up. That girl didn't wake up till she was in the hospital later on that night.
Damn. Was she okay?
Yeah, she was okay. She was in a coma out there on that field.
Yeah, she was knocked
out. She was asleep. Dead sleep.
But see, the bad thing about that is her back was turned again away from the play.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they got that chick Lauren Rutledge. They got her. Lauren Rutledge, man.
Yeah.
It was at a Georgia game, bro. She had her back turned. Same thing. She had her back turned, bro. And somebody came, man, doing a kickoff, bro, and laid her out, bro. She had a bad day that day. That's that same morning with the other dragged her across the stage on SEC Nation.
Right. It's bad, but it's gonna be all right. I mean, I think every game now in the NFL has a female ref now. I mean, you can think about it. They got female coaches now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just saying, bro. I done seen like women on the sidelines, like them women managers and the ones that be bringing that be fixing the Gatorade and stuff. I done seen a couple of them get laid out, bro. I'm serious, bro. I mean, seeing a lot of them getting laid out, bro. And some of them don't get up.
The only time I've seen a coach would be like maybe gymnastics, or I've seen them do basketball. I think I don't know if that's LSU basketball. I think that tall, bright lady. Was that for LSU?
What are you
that tall lady? She's over here in Louisiana. She's a coach for LSU. I think it's LSU. I'm not sure.
Kim
yeah,
Mulkey,
they got
refs.
Kim Mulkey about 5'8", 5'7", something like that. She's
no. She's got to be taller than that. I'm talking about the coach.
That's the coach. That's LSU's basketball coach, Kim Mulkey.
And she's bright.
No,
yes.
She's white.
No, I said bright. I didn't say white. I said bright.
No,
like
Kim
she's
Mulkey is white. She's a white woman.
She's the coach.
But there's another coach that does that. That's in Louisiana. I don't know if that's why I said I don't know if it's LSU or not. But I know they have a coach that's really
it must be
tall.
Louisiana. It must be Louisiana
Really
Tech
tall.
or something. They had the one at LSU, Kim Mulkey. I remember when she played for Louisiana Tech. She went back in her playing days in the 80s. She was a little short point guard. She was tall for a woman. Don't get me wrong. She was like 5'8", 5'9", something like that. But you know, she when she wear high heels, she rocked them high heels, them 6 inches on the sideline. She looked tall.
Yeah, I don't know her. I'm talking about the bright lady. I forgot her doggone name, but I don't know if it was. Like I said, I don't know if it's LSU.
Dawn Staley.
Huh?
Dawn Staley.
Is she Southern or not? She's for one of the colleges. I know she does the college. She's the coach for college, and she's tall, real tall, like really, really tall. I don't know her doggone name. I forgot her damn name. My bad. I hate when I forget things. Hold on, let me see. Coaches, women coaches in Louisiana. How about if I look it up like that? Maybe.
Hey, I got a question.
Drop on down in a minute. Give me some bite to eat. Go ahead.
Does Grambling still got a football team, or did they close that down?
Yeah, they still got a football team. They just ain't,
They're not the Grambling no more.
Yeah, they ain't the good bro. They ain't nowhere near what they used to be. Nowhere near.
You said you gotta go?
Yeah, I'm about to drop down. Give me fits me a bite to eat.
Okay, I see who you talking about. Kimberly? Is it Kimberly? What's that lady's name you talking about?
Kim Mulkey.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Kim Mulkey. That's LSU's head coach.
Yeah, they got Kimberly Diane or Dayun, whatever her middle name is, Mulkey, and she was born May 17th, 1962. That's not her. Definitely not her.
All right, y'all.
She's a good coach. She won some titles at Baylor, won at LSU. And she's gonna win some more. She got a good class coming in.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and shut this down. We have talked about our beloved dogs. We got into a little bit with LSU, which we'll discuss more on Saturday. Amanda, go ahead and tell everybody about the time and place to be on Saturday and what we got ahead of us.
Well, Friday, we're gonna start it off Friday evening. I ain't gonna name the time because I ain't thought of a time yet. But normally we would have the Thursday night kickoff, but it's NFL kickoff night on Thursday. So we're gonna do it on Friday. We've got a couple of games on Friday, but the one to keep your eye on is the SMU game. Yeah, SMU. Let's see.
She's the coach for Tulane. Ashley Langford.
Yeah, she played. I think she played for USC. I want to say USC. She played college
women's basketball. Yep, I knew I seen that. I forgot her name and who she was for, but that's definitely that's college. Tulane College.
Tulane. Yeah. Okay. Tulane. Yeah. Tulane. Yeah. Tulane's program. That program trying to come back though. For real. That program is trying to come back. Yeah, but we don't have any Thursday night games because Thursday night is kickoff night. But Friday got a big one down in Dallas in Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, Texas at 7 p.m. BYU versus the Pony Express of SMU. Duke taking on Northwestern at 9 p.m. Got two pretty interesting games. An ACC Big 10 matchup. Got an ACC Big 12 matchup. So Friday we'll do a pregame show, and then the big show Saturday morning, 9 a.m. the Saturday morning kickoff show. We'll talk about that showdown in Ann Arbor and a couple of other games, Oklahoma State and Arkansas. Can Sam Pittman and the Arkansas, can the Hogs pull off the upset? Georgia Tech going in the Carrier Dome to take on Syracuse. Georgia Tech win that game, man. We got to start looking at them as a serious contender, Sniper. What you think?
The hell with Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I mean, the hell with them, yeah, but I'm just saying, they go in the Carrier Dome and beat Syracuse. We got to start taking them serious. That would be 2 ACC wins under their belt. And although they were in Dublin, it counts as a road game because they had their whites on. That was a road game. But to go in the Carrier Dome, in that hostile Carrier Dome, and beat Syracuse, we gotta start looking at them seriously.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Yeah, Tennessee and NC State. That's gonna be another one. I mean, the hype is all of this hype about Nico and Tennessee. Tennessee fans swear that this is gonna be the year that they, do something that they ain't done since 1998 and win a title this century.
Right.
But I got to see them. I got to see them against a legit team. There's one thing to do it against Chattanooga. The NC State is a whole different animal. Salute to you, DJ. NC State is a whole different animal.
DJ. That's my DJ.
Yep. You knew you got anything coming up this week?
Oh, I gotta do my England tomorrow, my UK people. Definitely. I'm gonna do world news.
Okay. Well, y'all, it's been great. DJ, I hope you who did DJ root for, Armando?
I have no idea, bro.
DJ, who do you root for? College football, bro. Put it in the chat real quick. I probably won't be back up tomorrow, Thursday. I might throw something on. And we sit down and have an open discussion about some things. But I'm back, y'all. I'm back. So for those
you never went anywhere.
Yeah,
you never went anywhere.
Those who thought that my channel was dead, probably just taking a nap. Okay.
But then you just do something that they don't understand is work.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I do have.
That's something they don't understand. They don't understand. You don't have the time. You have real grown man responsibility. You don't have time to sit on. None of us have time to sit on YouTube 5 and 6 hours ranting and raving and stuff. We don't have that time. We got grown folks' responsibility. We come on here and talk sports and pull up on D-True at night for a couple of hours and discuss real topics. Other than that, hey.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all real quick, y'all, and most of y'all know this. When I get home, I be tired. When I come home, and they'll tell you, some days I be gone all day. My dogs be here by themselves. Like, what the hell going on? So, hush that noise up. Anyways, thank you to you, my manager, setting this up. Thank you for Armando coming up and we sharing that light on about them dogs. And I'll see y'all next week.
Have a good day.
Go Dogs!
Go Dogs! Sick 'em! Did you just howl at me? Take us out, manager.
Oh my goodness.